problems with my boyfriend again, and it's kind of hard to talk about, but it's okay.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about it? You seem really upset.
Well, you know what Jamie's like. He's getting more abusive, and it's embarrassing to talk about. It's okay though. It'll be fine.
Well, I may not be the best person to talk about it with, but I do know a social worker who works with people who experience intimate partner violence.
And I've also worked with an occupational therapist in the past, so that might be another option to consider as well.
Well, what do they do?
An occupational therapist help people do things they need and want to do. For example, they can help you get back to school, be involved in leisure activities, and even help you be independent in taking care of yourself.
Yeah, and social workers support individuals and communities by connecting people to services. For example, they influence social change, provide therapy, and they advocate for their clients.
Well, if I decide to go see someone, will you guys come with me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Vanessa and her friends are at an interdisciplinary clinic for people experiencing intimate partner violence to meet with a social worker and occupational therapist.
Occupations affected by intimate partner violence are employment, leisure activities, socializing, and home maintenance activities. These individuals' occupational strengths include ambition and skills in multiple areas, while challenges include difficulty finding productivity, education, and carrying out activities of daily living. Occupational justice issues occur for women with low income as they have difficulty entering the workforce due to their domineering partner manipulating their environment and delineating their boundaries. Those who experience intimate partner violence develop injuries, both physical and psychological, that impacts their current and future well-being and abilities to participate in occupation. The home environment can take on a new meaning in these individuals' lives, as the environment can be seen as a prison and objects as weapons. There are also policy and societal challenges as well, like stigma and police needing proof of abuse. This makes leaving the abusive environment especially challenging. Physical factors, psychological factors, and environmental constraints make participating in occupations challenging. It also makes it challenging to leave the abusive situation. Brain injuries are common in individuals experiencing intimate partner violence, and it leaves them more dependent on their abusers. Women survivors prioritize independence and productivity as their main concerns. Going over a safety plan with therapists and finding leisure activities was found to be helpful in managing their situation.
One of the key assumptions about intimate partner violence is that it happens to a nonviolent female victim by a violent male perpetrator. The reality is that people of any gender and sexuality can experience intimate partner violence in their relationships. Certain populations may be at a higher risk of intimate partner violence, such as the LGBTQ populations and the elderly. Our current society tends to put the blame on the victim of violence and puts the responsibility on them to change their situation. An example of this would be a skill-building workshop on assertiveness. An example of a micro-intervention would be trauma-based cognitive behavioral therapy. A meso-intervention would be training provided to professionals who are often the first point of contact in violent situations. A macro-intervention would change the structure of our patriarchal society, such as offering affordable childcare.
At this clinic, we work with clients experiencing intimate partner violence by providing advocacy, skills workshops, and community support.
Could you tell me more?
So, for advocacy, we facilitate workshops with healthcare professionals and the police, providing them with education for social stigmas, preventing victims of intimate partner violence from coming forward and asking for help.
We offer skill-building workshops such as healthy relationships and sexual consent workshops for abusers. At this clinic, we want you to know that you are not to blame.
In our clinic, occupational therapists provide workshops promoting physical and emotional well-being, finding work, and safety planning. This helps empower clients to leave or cope with their situation.
That all sounds great, but I need somewhere to go. I've had trouble in the past with shelters because I have a dog and I'm just not going to leave him.
I'm glad you brought that up. We can help you find a place because I do know that it is difficult finding a space, especially with a dog. So this clinic, in order to solve this problem, we are developing an app that will map out safe places for you to stay with community members. This emphasizes the role in community in providing support and would help if you are experiencing barriers in accessing shelters.
These are services we can provide. Give us a call if you're interested.
One benefit of interdisciplinary care is that patients receive more comprehensive care, specifically regarding quality of life and coping. Because of the resource limitations of our healthcare system, though, timely communication can be difficult. Collaboration between social workers and occupational therapists can ultimately result in better and safer care for our clients.